Come with me to visit a place where experiences abound. To get there, take a deep breath, look at the screen, and transport yourself. As you float effortlessly through the cosmos, you begin to hear, feel, and taste the experiences of life. This is the recorded interview for the Director of Educational Innovation and Strategic Technology by Dr. Andrea Hilvitz-Stokes. We begin with a quote by Michael Fullan. The solution lies in the concentration of three forces of pedagogy: technology and change knowledge. If you want to head off destruction, we need to make it all about learning and let technology permeate to engage the whole system. This is my vision of how we will meet Olathe K-State mission to be a model leader of adaptable, interdisciplinary, and innovative education with research and experiences in public and private engagement. What does this look like? We begin with the need for dynamic capabilities to build a competitive advantage. Most of our organizations work with operational capabilities. We have the same practices over and over again, thus getting the same results. It's time for a change. Now what we need to do is think about dynamic capabilities to build a competitive edge by innovating our organizational works, renewing practices, like creating venues for our hands-on learning and civic engagement, innovative structure, enhancing student capabilities by modifying what we're doing on and off campus, engaging in civic learning by deploying our students and faculty to enrich lifelong learning and upgrade our human capital. We need to extend our interdisciplinary programming by leveraging our student capabilities and engagement in civic service. The job requires working with all stakeholders, creating new courses and training certificates, employing educational innovation in interdisciplinary courses and certificates, designing, assessing, identifying, and responding to regional and global needs, and mostly to act as a liaison. But that's only half of the job. It's also expected to identify new teaching methodologies, employing diverse tools, creating and running a model lab, engaging in business and community and government, sharing lessons learned, and building a learning community that takes risks and creativity, which convene and catalyze our collaborative efforts. So my vision of the Director of Educational Innovation and Strategic Technology is using academic curation to further innovative educational and strategic use of technology on and off campus, to use instructional design and technology as the forerunner of how we run our practice, looking at the Carnegie Improvement Sciences and evaluating and refining processes within a 90-day cycle to make sure that we can make our learning stick, using cognitive science to establish partnerships with stakeholders both inside and outside of the university. But how will I meet this mission? First, assessing the value of our existing resources and then integrating them into a new shape. This can be done by using PDSA. We need to coordinate our tasks and resources across campus, synchronize activities, establish knowledge sharing within the organization's context as a way to do business, then institutionalizing that knowledge as an organizational artifact, and finally, scanning the environment and finding new opportunities. But what does this look like specifically? It begins with team-based collaboration through multimedia venues and platforms. Whether we have students, teachers, or community choose to participate in learning communities, exchanging information, or whether we have opportunities for disciplined inquiry, or using Canvas as a way for faculty to gather for continuous learning. This is an example of a collaboration between a university.
There's a question. What organizational learning processes are used?
And Cerner Corporation. This interdisciplinary certificate allowed 7 out of 21 participants all over the globe to advance to higher levels within the organization and change the way practice is done. To continue with the vision, modification, upgrading, and leveraging are extremely important ways to set our global partnerships so that we increase our understanding and learn from a variety of cultures, whether it's through exchange programs, creation of virtual classrooms to connect K-12 students across the globe, or participate in global exchange information so that we can deploy, upgrade, and modify our knowledge base as professionals. This happens through formal and informal interactions of knowledge sharing. The Avila Center for Transformational Learning's Director, Dr. Andrea Stokes, and Associate Vice President of Instructional Technology, Dr. Mark Eaton, conceived the idea of Ridiculous Innovation, a day of learning to bring about change in educators' professional development.
Well, I attended the conference last year.
Oh, okay.
And I just got a lot of good website ideas to take back to my staff, and also just for me to use in my classroom.
In 2013, our professional learning network doubled in size. Rob McDougall, Professor of Communications for Curry College, was our keynote. And 20-minute breakout sessions included how to use computer applications to enhance student learning.
Did we meet your expectations today?
Yes, very much so. Yes, definitely.
So, how will what you learned today affect student learning?
Learned a way to evaluate the different technology I may choose to implement in my classroom.
McLuhan's tetrad gave educators a power of choice during technological instructional design.
But that's going to help me make better informed decisions and realize the impact of what I'm going to do.
And I love that you had presenters that are in the field that are using things.
Robin Miller, an art teacher at St. Thomas More in Kansas City, Missouri, shared how to incorporate student voice into data-driven decision-making.
And sharing what they use and how they use it. That's awesome. Very well done. Very well designed.
Thanks.
Participants used what they learned during the sessions.
It worked for us. I like the short little 20-minute sessions.
Yeah.
Lisa Nosita, Library Media Specialist at Blue Valley Middle, tied PBL, Common Core, and technology together for the participants.
And I like the afternoon session we were able to brainstorm. And I think as a recommendation to be able to have your colleagues, because I attend these by myself,
Right.
but to be able to have the people you actually teach with and work with, this was at 2 hours we don't get during the school.
The power of Ridiculous Innovation Day of Learning is providing educators collaborative time with expert mentors. In 1932, Michael John said, "Intelligence, it seems, is readiness for any human situation. It's the power, wherever one goes, of being able to see, in any set of circumstances, the best response which a human being can make in those circumstances. Modify. Upgrade. And re-examination of how we use our time, space, and place. This has changed. Interactive websites, building curated events, and giving individuals an opportunity to take information from a variety of sources and interact globally allows us to view how we can evaluate and scale up the innovative process. 1938 Short Cycle, Plan, Do, Study, and Act is a model for improvement chosen by the Carnegie Foundation. One of the most important questions is, how will we know that change is an improvement? This needs to guide our planning, our review process, and our research so that we can scale up our capabilities and become a dynamic learning organization. It is K-State Olathe's intentional shaping of future citizenry who communicate, create, and partner within our world that will happen in a demonstration lab where students have the opportunity to have deep inquiry, conversation, and discourse, write what they've learned, and upgrade, leverage, and create a new citizenry for tomorrow.